Hi everyone, my name is Jodi. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do mock bookings. When I first started in 2020, I would post 2 to 3 mock bookings a week and I would share them into Facebook groups every single day. Every single day in 2020, I would join 5 to 7 Facebook groups and I kept a Google sheet of all the Facebook groups I joined. I would also write down rules. So if they have a rule that you can only post on the first of the month or you can only post on the 15th of the month, they are on my calendar on those dates. So I know to post then. I was consistent. I find that the people who do mock bookings and then complain that they're not getting any traction from it are ones that are not doing it consistently. So that is one thing that I've noticed. I did it, like I said, every single day in 2020. I built up my business so that 2021 was mostly, I would say about 60% were people that I did not know that found me on the internet. I still to this day will post into groups. I will either do mock bookings or I will introduce myself into Facebook groups. I chose to do my local area, but you can choose Facebook groups for all over the country if you prefer that. Most of the time when I do my mock bookings, I like to use Vax. When I first started, I would use Vax. I would also use TripAdvisor. I would read reviews on resorts. And now I know which resorts I want to actually go and market myself for. But one thing I want to point out, mock bookings aren't necessarily so you book that trip. What it is so people start following your business page. It's free advertising for your business page. I've had ones where I've posted and shared a mock booking maybe 10 times and I might only have 1,000 people look at it. I've had ones where I've had 31,000 people look at it, but it gets to people who are not following your page. So it gets you new followers. That's the goal of it. Okay, so what I like to do is, like I said, I like to use Vax to start. Okay. If you are out of the country, you can use something else. You don't have to use Vax. The main point of a mock booking is to do a booking ad, basically. Another thing you can do if you've done a quote for a client, that's great to then market it as a mock booking. So you've already done the work. You can then go and market it. Okay. All right. I like to use FunJet for no reason other than I just really enjoy using FunJet. So I do an advanced search. I like this. You can also go to algvacations.com as well. And I'm going to do FunJet. The one thing I want to point out actually is it's the 15th. I think it's only through today. Susan Creighton is our rep for ALG. She will send us emails, usually weekly, and it'll have a, let me pull up one. Oh, she just sent an email actually 6 minutes ago. Okay, so today is the last day for the promo code for Archer Advisors. There's a promo code. I'm not going to put it in because if I put it in and the person wants to book it tomorrow, it's gone up in price. So I'm going to just leave this one out, but always read her emails and it'll say if there are any promo codes. Okay. So just so you know. So I'm going to, and if you had a promo code, you put it right here. So I'm going to go from Philadelphia. I'm going to do Cancun, but one thing I want to show you as well is Google Explore. Okay. So I'm going to go to Google Explore. If I wanted to see where I could go for nonstops, I'm going to put Caribbean. And I'm going to pick certain dates. I'm going to pick, so for mock bookings, I like to push it out. I don't want to do it too soon because they'd have to pay in full. So let's push it out to, and I try not to do around either Easter, President's Day, things of that. And I think President's Day is probably the 16th. So I like to do Sundays for 5 nights because I find Sundays are usually cheaper for the flights. And I'm going to see where it goes nonstop. So then you choose your stops, and I'm going to hit nonstop. And these are in the Caribbean. We can go to Aruba, Virgin Islands, San Juan, Anguilla, Punta Cana, Nassau, St. Martin, Montego Bay. So these are all nonstops for the dates that I just gave. Okay. Where I like to actually do mock bookings are usually for Punta Cana and Cancun mostly, because I find they give the best value for a dollar. Okay. So let's do Cancun, because I feel like I have a lot more there I can offer. And I'm going to do February 22nd for 5 nights. And if you're doing this yourself, you can play around with certain dates that might be cheaper. I'm going to do add travel protection. I'm going to do flight 0 for number of stops, and I'm going to search. While that's coming up, I'm going to go and do JCW Travel. I'm going to pull up one of my last mock bookings. And the reason I say I do a new mock booking every 2 to 3 days, what I would do is because number one, you want to make sure if it goes up in price that you're not posting it anymore. Okay. So the last one I did was Antigua. It was a good price. I did have somebody interested in it. My client did reach out, but I did not book it for her because she really wanted this is not exactly on the beach. Actually, I'm going to go into JCW Travel so I can, give me a second. So when you post it, you're going to post on your business page. When you share it, you're going to share it from your personal page, or you're going to share it as yourself from your business page. Okay, let me try and see. Yes, I do look for certain price points. I try and do about 2,000 to 3,000 most per person. I'd like to do about 2,000 to 2,500 per person. I almost always do adults only. And no, I don't take the mock booking down when the price changes, because I do put on the mock booking price subject to change. I just do a new post then. I will not share it anymore. I like to do photos. Some people like to do a flyer. So I'll go over all that once I find where I'm going to go. Okay. So I never do basic economy because the travel protection through VAX will not work if you do that. I like only American Airlines. So, oh gosh. Okay. So even though it says 7,700, that's 7,742. This is the time I usually like to do. That doesn't mean that it's going to only be 7,700 and up. That means that the hotel that they're offering is that price. So I'm going to choose my flights. I chose outbound flights, and I'm going to choose my flights here. Okay. All right. So you see they did Impressions Isla Mujeres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose 5-star. I'm going to choose adults only, all inclusive, and beach. Okay. And then that will pop up. I'm then going to go, you can either do price lowest to highest or highest to lowest. I'm going to do highest to lowest. And I'm going to go down. You see, some of these are really good. Atelier is good. Unico, I do like that one. I'm just trying to see where I can go, how low I can go for this. Sorry, I'm just looking for something I'd actually like. I've done a bunch of live aqua Cancuns. I like that one. It's actually a really good Paradisus La Perla. I went to visit it. I don't know how the beach is, but it gets really good reviews, but I haven't actually posted this one. So let's see, hit the plus. So I think they don't have, oh, the reserve, that is their club level. So That's 5,100. I'm sorry, I just sort of getting an idea, but that's a really good price, Junior Suite Nature View. So what I can do is I can go on TripAdvisor. I can go to Paradisus La Perla. It's adults only. See, so I like to do 4.5 or higher. And just sort of see. Okay. And then I'm going to go to their website. I just sort of want to see what their so I want to go to their accommodations. Accommodation right there. Okay, so the negative part of the junior suite, oh, it does have king bed. Okay, the roulette room is 2 double beds or 1 king. Okay, junior suite nature view. So it does have a king bed, so that's good. It means it's just going to be like a resort. A suite. Guessing it's just a little bigger. Yeah, you have a terrace there. So suite nature view is 2 double beds. Junior suite has 1 king bed, which is sort of nice. All right, so let's go with this junior suite nature view. Let's see if it can. Let's go to, does it have galleries here? Normally they will have galleries, but I'm not seeing that overview. So this is where I'm going to look for pictures in TripAdvisor. One thing I never do is I will never put, so I'm going to click on this and go back to album and only do from management. Okay, so let's look at some pictures while I'm doing this. So that's a pretty picture. I like pretty. I don't know if I love that picture. Let's go back and look at. I always love nighttime shots. Okay, save. Let's do that. See, that's ocean view. So I can't post that one because I'm not doing ocean view. I'm doing nature view. Is that really their beach? I guess so. Okay, I like that one. I try and do 4 to 5 photos. I would like to get the room. Oh, perfect. There's the room. And I sometimes like to get dining if possible. If I see a cool dining shot. I think I like this picture better than that other one I did. Okay. Let's see. I can do a dining. Okay. All right. Also check it. You guys with me so far? So I've got some pictures. Now I'm going to go here, Junior Suite Nature View. Okay. If I select this, and people ask me sometimes, why are there different ones of Junior Suite Nature View? I don't know why they're sometimes different, but you always want to make sure. First of all, I'm not going to do NDC. I'm going to do regular. You got to make sure that everything is included. It's not non-refundable or anything like that. Okay, so this is Junior Suite. This is what's included. I'm going to change this. I don't like shared transportation, so I'm going to edit this. NDC fares are NDC fares. Let's see. There are new distribution capabilities. So usually when you're going to go and cancel or change, it has to be changed for another NDC fare, number one. American, I know by me, is not participating. I'm fine with that. But also, if you don't sell travel protection, it's an issue. If you do sell travel protection, it's not an issue. So I just try and steer clear if it's the same price of NDC fares. But you can Google it and learn more about it. I don't like shared transportation. That means that they could be waiting up to 30 minutes at the airport for other passengers, other travelers, and you could stop at two other resorts. Sometimes you'll see shared transportation with direct to hotel. That means you're not going to stop at other hotels, but you still could be waiting up to 30 minutes at the airport for other passengers. So this is 110 for shared. I'm going to do private transportation, which I like more. I don't do the deluxe. I just do regular. It's $100 more, but I'm going to add that one to the cart. I'm going to remove this. Now, technically, you should be going to checkout to make sure that this is good. But what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go close features and I'm going to save itinerary. The reason why I like to save it is because if I go to post it again tonight, then I pull up the itinerary to make sure it's the same price. So technically what you should be doing is you should be going to checkout to make sure the price is the same. I'm not really good at that. I will tell people to do that, but I am not good at it myself. Okay, this is normal. Review your cart, but I don't know why this comes up, but the pricing is the same. So it's technically $38.15. It does not matter if they do it on the booking or tin leg. I prefer to do it with the booking because it gives you cancel for any reason travel credit. With tin leg, you can do cancel for any reason. They will give you, I believe, up to 75% of your cash back, but not your full amount. So if it's offered through a vendor, I usually do it through the vendor. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is it's February 22nd to the 27th. It comes out to $38.15. That's $1907.92 per person. I'm going to put $19.15 per person, or I can actually just put 38 something, 38, let's do $38.25 for two people. So where am I going? I'm going to Facebook. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this. Actually, let me see. Search. Here am I. Let me see if I can find another one. So when it's the Cancun hotel zone, I'll usually put Cancun. Otherwise, I will probably put Riviera Maya. That's from 2022. I don't want that one. Do I have newer ones? Sorry, I'm just trying to copy and paste. Let's do most recent. That's what I should do. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Okay, I mentioned they did not have to pay in full. Where's payment options? I'll show you that. Okay, so I use BranchUp as well. All right, so when you go here, if you scroll down to the payments, the deposit is due on the 18th, so in 3 days. Okay, and the full payment is due January 8th, I will always tell them it's due a week prior. Okay. I will always say that it's due a week prior. I will never tell them that it's due the day of. Okay. So that's where you find it, and that's where you find if you can have a deposit. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go back to my page. I have set up my Instagram to go with my Facebook, so I can do it through Meta Business Suite. I'm going to create post. If you don't have Meta Business Suite, then you can just do it on your Facebook page, but create post. So I'm going to create it for both of these. You can add photos. I like to do, like I said, anywhere from, I'm going to remove one of these. I just don't know which one, about 4 to 5. So I'm going to keep the bed last. I usually do this. I'm going to keep this first, I think. This one I want to get rid of. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to keep the beach. And then what I do is they can be auto cropped with Instagram. I've heard through somebody in my networking that Instagram is soon going to be able to do the same sizes as whatchamacallit, as Facebook, but not just yet. Okay, so I've got 5 here. So what I do is I'm going to edit it. You can do square. I like to do horizontal. And I'm going to apply. And I'm going to do this to every single one. Trying to see how I like this to look. To the beach in the middle. Trying to see where I like the beach to be. Sorry. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Yes, horizontal. Apply. Horizontal. Okay. All right, so it's going to be like that. Oh, thanks, Amber. Thank you, thank you. So for my mock bookings, this is how I do mine. I tell people to make it your own. So I just sort of copy and paste what I've had before. So I'm going to do 5 nights in Riviera, and it's going to be for, oops. Again, is 222 to 227. All right, it includes what type of room? This is going to be a junior suite nature view room. Nature view room. How do I know if it's 5-star? So I'm going to go, this is how I do it through Google, Paradisus La Perla. It says 5-star hotel. I don't know if that's true or not true, but that's what I go by. 5-star, adults only, all-inclusive resort, nonstop flights from Philadelphia and private hotel transfers, and cancel for any reason travel insurance. However, I also have, if you go to email print itinerary, my email print itinerary is not working. Nothing's working. I love that. I love when everything locks up. No, my Google Doc does not need access granted. It is for everyone, I think. Why is this not working? All right. So $50 spa credit per room, 25% spa discount. I want to see what this is. Let's see if I can. All right, let me try one other thing. Retrieve saved itinerary. Go. So I just retrieved my saved itinerary. I hit go. So can they upgrade the room? Here, I'll give my, maybe it's what she said, but let me hit Jodi Worski links, share. Try that. That might just be because of hers. So there's my links. If I go to book them, that's when I will say to them, like if they want other options, I will say it then. So, okay, there we go. Email print itinerary. Okay, so $50 spa credit per room. Spa credit per room for 15-minute treatment. I think that's what it said. For 50-minute treatment, 50-minute or more treatment, minimum treatment or more. So I don't say the welcome local amenity because I like to let them think I'm giving it to them. So 25% spa discount. Not combinable with resort credit on same service. So what I would probably put is or 25% spa discount and $200 in resort coupons. Okay, so let's just put or 25% spa discount and 200 in resort coupons. I'm not sure if you can get both there the way it's written. Not combinable with resort credit on same service. Yeah, I would think that you can't. Okay. All right, questions? I never add excursions on my mock bookings. Okay. All right. Okay, can hold the booking for 3 days. So we already saw that you could hold it through just September 18th. And then I say 360 per person due. Okay, at booking. You want to give a call to action. So let's say Riviera, Maya. Okay. Or email. So you want to say who to call or text or email. Can price different departure airports, number of travelers, hotel room and dates, and price subject to change in availability. What I will also say is if I'm using kids, if it's a kid resort, I will always do a mock booking on 2 adults and 2 children, 12 and under. I don't go 13 because sometimes they are then chosen or priced as an adult. So when I do this, I would have said, actually, I'm not doing 19.15 per person. I'm going to do 38.25. me do this, 38.25. Total for 2 adults. All right, so what I would have done is I would have done, just say it was 38.25 total for 2 adults and 2 children ages 12 and under. I always say 12 and under for all inclusives. So this 38.25 total for 2 adults, 222 to 227.26. I do go up a tiny little bit in case there's any change. So I went up about $10. You could go up even a little more if you wanted. Includes a junior suite nature view room at a 5-star adults only all-inclusive resort, $50 spa credit per room for 50-minute treatment or 25% spa discount, 50-minute plus treatment. 200 in resort coupons, nonstop flights from Philadelphia and private hotel transfers, and cancel for any reason travel insurance. So when some people do this for not their local area, they might not include flights. They might say price or deposit is this and not talk about the total price. I'm a Garanimals girl back from the 1970s and 80s. I like to say a total amount. Includes flights, everything. Can hold the booking for 3 days at no charge and then $360 per person due at booking. Call or text Riviera Maya 2. Can price different departure airports. So mine's very wordy, what I do. And then I have some hashtags here too. Will the client find the same price if they were to search themselves? It depends. There's so many different ones. So what you can do is you can go to Expedia.com. That's actually a good point because I like to bring this up. Not Expedia tap. Go to Expedia.com. Go to packages. I never book through Expedia tap for a package, but Philadelphia to Paradisus La Perla. I also will never tell in a mock booking where it is located for or what the hotel is. However, if somebody will ask me in a post, hey, what's the hotel? I will always tell them. Okay, that's a good point. So I do like to look at Expedia. So when you are okay, 2 things. When I'm looking, I look Expedia.com. So it's similar to what a client will look at. Secondly, why I don't use Expedia tap for packages. Number 1, it doesn't have travel protection. I'd like to cancel for any reason. Number 2, I don't like Expedia. I don't mind their customer service for hotel only. I don't like it for flights. So I'm always going to use a FunJet or a Pleasant Holidays or a Vacation Express where you can get canceled for any reason, travel protection. Okay, so right now it's showing 26.23 package total. Okay, it does say 100% off flight, so it might be cheaper. However, let's see when you actually click on it, what it comes up as. Okay, so Junior Suite Nature View. Okay, we're going to select that. This might be cheaper, but I still think it's a really good price that I got. But let's look at flights. Okay, so their flights that are 0 are from Trenton with 2 stops. Okay, so now I'm going to look nonstop. I actually did the 8:30. Where's the 8 o'clock one? Let's do American nonstop. I don't know what I just did. So give me a second. Where's my Playa del Carmen? Direct flights only. Paradisus. I'm sure I hit something that I shouldn't have hit. Is it there? Oh, okay. Let's do this. Let's try this one more time. So it's $41 extra for basic economy. I like to do main cabin. Okay, let's go back to American. Okay, so I had the 405, so an extra 103. Okay, now we're going to look at transfers. Private minivan, meet and greet. We're going to add that to the package. So when you first saw the 2,600, you're like, wow, that's a lot cheaper. So right now we are at 3207 because of the pay at property. Plus they don't have the travel protection. So this is going to be a little cheaper on Expedia.com. However, let me see one other thing here on Expedia. You have to pay your full amount now, so that's a negative. You don't have the travel protection, so that's another thing. And so, yes, it might be a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to be a ton cheaper because you're also going to have to pay in full. So can they find it cheaper? Yes. If they come to you and say something, you can do a price match. But again, your value is that you're not Expedia. They're not contacting a 1-800 number. Okay, so does that make sense? Yes, I use main cabin for all of my bookings. All right, so now I'm gonna, before I post this, I'm gonna copy it. I'll show you why. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to publish it. I'm then gonna go, while that's publishing, I'm gonna go into JZW Travel. I'm gonna go to create, start a post. Okay, and I'm going to do this again where I put what I want first. I'm going to delete this one. Okay, I'm going to go next. So that's what this one's going to look like. All right, paste as plain text. So you get all the emojis in there. And I'm going to post. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this to show you what it looks like. Okay, then, well, let me see if you have questions. Jamie, I'm not going into a price match. You can actually look on my YouTube. I do have a price match on there. Right. I gave them the spa and resort credits. It may have been in there in Expedia, but I'm not sure if it was. Okay, this is Raquel. I'm going to show you now. So you're going to go, this is me, my business. I'm going to go in as myself. Okay, so it shows you on the computer in the top right that it's yourself. I'm then going to go to my business page as myself. Okay. And I'm going to share. So I'm sharing from my business page, but as myself. Why do you do that? A couple reasons. Number one, when you go and join Facebook groups, I join as my personal page. A lot of times business pages won't be accepted, but even if they are, if you're going to go look at my personal page, first thing you're going to see, I'm public. So I don't keep anything private. But if I do ever want to go and post something that's private, I can just go when I post it, post as private. Like if you don't want people seeing your kids or you're out of town or whatever it might be. But most of my stuff is public. So the first thing they're going to see is, oh, look, there's my family. Oh, look, she's up for Best of Chester County for a travel agency. All right, she, just little things that she talks some about that. I'm talking about a cruise deal. I talk about my parents, things like that. So she's talking about being a travel advisor. She, you know what? All right, I can see what she does. Okay, so I'm going to go in to JZW as myself. I've already copied and pasted. You can write something different. I like to copy and paste and show the exact same thing when I post. Reason being, a lot of times when you share, it's under here. They might not see it. So first thing I'm going to do, I have a group spreadsheet and I'm going to post on my spreadsheet. I keep my group name. This is all on my Google Doc with the links that I gave you. The date posted. I write M1 or A1, afternoon one. I do 5 different times. What I posted, because you need to remember, my X means that it was posted, how many followers, and if there are any rules. So normally I go in order. Okay, so like I just posted Antigua. Oh no, I posted a cruise deal. That's what I just posted. So I'd like to really go in order. This time I actually introduced myself. This time I went and was selling a cruise. This I did my Antigua mock booking post. But today is the 15th. So I have a lot. Don't make fun of my calendar. I have a lot that I can do on here. Okay. That I can actually go and post for different groups. So I'm going to do this one for sale, trade, wanted. So what you do is you're going to share. You're going to hit group. If you do it from your phone, you can do it to numerous ones. I think, or was it for sale, trade? What was it? What was it? For sale dash trade. Okay. All right, here we go. So there, I'm going to paste this plain text. Okay. And I'm going to post. You see how it shows up below it? I'm going to post. Then I'm going to go find this on my, going to delete from here. I'm going to find it on my groups. The ones that that have certain rules, I bold. So I'm going to do afternoon 1, Riviera Maya, Paradisus Perla. So I remember what it is. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my second one. I don't know if I can post like that. I'm going to do Border Town yard sale post. The actual posts don't take too long. And once you start doing mock bookings more, you'll be able to do it much faster. Okay, so we got Boyertown yard sale. So 9:15, A2, Maya. All right, and then I'm going to post. I don't want to do that. I just worked with them. I think Downingtown area online. Do that. Share group. And I'm going to do 2 more. And these I just go sort of in order. Norristown Audubon. And Philadelphia word of mouth. So when you're joining groups, my big pet peeve with agents, I can't get into any groups, then you're not trying hard enough. Read the rules, answer their questions. There are enough groups out there that you can join. I would not be able to be in all of these if I couldn't. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'll answer questions in a second. I'm going to refresh my page. I'm going to go down to the 5 shares. Okay, and I'm going to open them. Usually when they're in black, that means that they were posted. If they're grayed out, that means that they weren't, that it needs admin approval. Okay, so the first one, Philadelphia word of mouth, you see it right there. I keep track of how many people are in each group. So we've got about 430 here. Okay, I'm actually going to do something real quick. Okay, and then, okay, so this one, is this pending approval or for this? No, this was posted. It's pending approval for something else. So that one was posted. That is 15.5. Okay. All right. Where are my other ones? 4, 5, 2, 3. Okay. So we did that one. This one, I think I messed something up. Town yard sale. What did I do here? Oh, I think that one I didn't see. Norristown Audubon. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh yeah, that was 15.5. Okay, I got confused because this one was also 15.5. That's why I got confused about that. And when I talk about it, I'm talking about how many members. So was this one posted? Let's go to discussion. So this one, it does not look like they posted it. So let's see which ones. Yeah, they did not post it, but they published a bunch of others. So I don't know why they're not posting this right now. So this one was not posted, the Downingtown. But it's got 15.5. Okay. And then we have Boyertown, 16,900. Okay, that was not posted yet. That doesn't mean it's not going to be posted. And actually, I don't think it was posted last time either. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go, you see, they've published every other one. That just means, and this was me just introducing myself. So that doesn't mean that it's not going to be posted. It just wasn't posted now. And then we'll go to this one. And I know this was not posted right away. Okay, but it posted my other one. So all it means is that it needs admin approval. So 17,800. So currently it was posted in 2 different groups automatically. That was 16,000 people. If it gets posted in these others, it's 17,800, 15,500, and 16,900. That is all free advertising. You also can go and look into groups in LinkedIn and see things there as well. When I join 5 groups, how soon do you post? Oh, I can do it right away when I join 5 groups. And you do questions. How do you look at your numbers here? Shares versus, so the other thing I do, I should have shown you this, is when you are in your you can always check your insights. Okay, so right now, 42 people. It's too soon to say, but always check your insights and see how it's doing. I've stopped posting certain mock bookings because it's not going far. So, um, as I said, Raquel, I'm posting from my business page, but I'm posting it personally. So I'm posting as myself, but I'm sharing it from my business page. Okay. All right, guys. Was this helpful to you guys? Yes, correct. The copy of groups and spreadsheet link shows blank. I'm not giving you my groups. I'm just giving you how to set up your spreadsheet. You have to get your own groups. All right, guys. So here's the thing. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. It's not so much to sell these trips, it's to get your name out there for people to look at your stuff. I have been scrolling through social media sometimes and I'm like, oh, look how pretty this is. And I was like, oh, it's my posting. It's my posting. I don't even realize. You want people to look at your posts. And as they scroll, it'll show up in these groups. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope this helped you. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.